Hello everyone, I'm Enrique, and as I promised on Monday, I'm giving you a welcome tour around my course, Composition and Rhetoric, or Writing and Rhetoric. I guess that by now, uh, on Wednesday, you have already read the syllabus. If you haven't used D2L before, it is mandatory for you to get acquainted with the platform today. You can't let one more day go by without knowing how to handle the platform. In D2L, for the ones that have already used the platform, you know that you have the navigation bars over here, right over here on the top part of the page. You have the course home, the syllabus and contents, actividades, recursos, comunicación, evaluación, and others. It's important that you access every single link in the course and know where each part of the course is. Here on the course home, you have the syllabus and contents, where you have the course syllabus. Today, you probably by today you have read already the syllabus. It's a long syllabus, but you have to thumb through it quickly, understanding the description, the structure of the class, and focusing your attention on the most important parts of the syllabus. The type of assessment, you have the writing assessment, the forums, quizzes, partial tests, group work, video conferences, and the portfolio. The portfolio is the area in the course with the highest percentage, 25%, and you have an explanation here. This is what you want to achieve at the end of the course. If you apply a backward design, you will realize that by the end you have to present to the teacher and then to other teachers from the university, because the portfolio is read not only by me but by other teachers from different courses. You have to present a collection of samples of your writing, and you're doing this, you're collecting all this all through the course. So it's important that you read the syllabus and ask questions if you have any. On Saturday, when we have the first video conference, which is an informative video conference. Here you have a thorough description of all assessments, writing assessments, the forums, quizzes. It is all explained here. Let's pay attention now to 1 week, and we're using this week as a model. The first thing that you need to do every week is to open the planner. The planner is where you have all the information. You have a description of the topic, you have the instructions, what you need to read. For example, here I wrote in this topic, we will read the contents of the learning object. The learning object is like the first reading in the week, because it would give you like my introduction to the topic, and in this introduction I make a summary of what you are expected to read by the end of the week. Here you have to read the learning object. As I said, I am making a summary of some part of the book by Andrew Lanford, Everyone's an Author, The Need for Rhetoric and Writing, on pages 1 through 74. I'm writing a narrative piece, which is a resource that I wrote for you, which is an introduction to the first writing assignment. You have the topics, understanding rhetoric. This is the theory part of the course. You need to understand what rhetorical awareness is all about. Rhetorical awareness is being critical with what we read, being able to discern meaning, not to read in a linear way, but to engage, to interact with the text, to be more proactive, not to take passively what we read, but to question what we read and to understand the tools that the author have been using to somehow sway your opinion, to persuade you, to have you share your ideas. And so this is the point of this unit in this first week, a rhetorical awareness. You have to read the book in the need for rhetoric and writing and find the definition of what critical reading is. From here, we're taking the concept of annotated critical reading, which is being able to read and to squeeze the text dry of meaning, to understand the text and to be proactive and to make notes on the text. What I mean by the text is the articles that we're reading with a view to writing the different assignments of the course. As I announced in the introductory video, where I introduced myself, we're going to have a course conundrum. In my class, we always have a topic. The topic in this August 2019 module is social media and technology. And when you read the instruction for the first writing assignment, you'll see that this is going to be the guiding line of our course, but you get more information about this in due time. Once you understand what you have to read, and once you understand the topics, and then you check the activities. The activities are right over here. In this first week, we have a video conference on Saturday, which will be informative, no evaluation. Is just for questions and answers. You should. I'm encouraging you to bring all your questions and to be very clear about what we are doing during these 8 weeks. We have the first writing assignment, which is a multimodal personal narrative. You have to write a narrative essay, and I'll show you in a minute the model and my expectations. And you also have to record an introductory video, a video that lasts 1 minute, where you introduce yourself to your partners, and then this is important. You do it in a very conscious way, because this is where I would always return to if I want to refresh who you are and to remember who you are and what you said in the first video. Your partners are using this video as well all through the module. This video is evaluated and doubly. You have to record the video. If you don't record the video, then there's going to be a penalty on top of the lost grade. I need to see your faces, I need to hear your voices, I need to see who you are and your partners as well. Once you have studied all the material for the first week, you have to do the self-assessments. They are exercises that are online, and then they're meant to help you see if you understood the contents of the week. Now that you already know what to find in the planner, we are coming back here to the syllabus and content section in week 1. And then you have over here the learning object, which is an interactive object that I wrote and I inserted in every week. This is my understanding of the material. This is my summary and I'm helping you. I'm taking you by the hand all through the contents, and then so this is my approach to the content. So it's important you read this first before reading the assigned pages. Most of the topics that are relevant in my course, I address them here. So in the learning object, you will also find other resources that are more bound to the type of writing that you need to produce in every week, or the type of activity that you have to develop in every week. And here you have a writing a narrative piece, which is a resource that is going to help you write the first essay that is due on Sunday or on Tuesday, depending on the course section. You will also find here a PDF document with an example of the type of format that you have to use when submitting your essay, and one example of a narrative essay, which is pretty much what you need to achieve in the first writing assignment. You also have the language corner, which is a selection of pages from the book by Andrew Lansford that will help you refresh your grammar and your syntax, and in this case, for example, is how to write good sentences. And you'll see that these pages are associated to the self-assessment you have to complete by the end of the week. The self-assessments, as I said, are not evaluated, but I think that you should consider doing them consciously, because it's a way to practice and to test without compromising your grade, to test what you have studied and if you learned what you were supposed to learn. I'm going to open the first learning object to show you what a learning object is. As I said, it's an interactive object. Usually you have a video recorded by some professor from the university or recorded by me. You also have the theory, an introduction to the theory, the art of rhetoric today, and it's a walk through the pages that you are supposed to study. Reading rhetorically, this is what I mentioned about the annotated critical reading, an example, and also the demands for academic writing, and also the importance of collaboration. This is the learning object of the first week. Then you have the resource, writing a narrative essay with examples. This is an example of the format that you have to use. This is very visual. All you need to do is copy the model. You don't have to memorize anything. I want you to keep this as a guideline when formatting your essay. In the first writing assignment, you have to insert visuals. This is the way you should do it. It's a must read for your first writing assignment. You also have here A Night of Violence, which is a sample narrative essay written by a student. This is a 5-paragraph essay with a hook meant to call the attention of the reader, a thesis statement where you talk about the story that you're telling. For example, here, as a teenager, I ran with a gang, and it took a frightening incident for me to see how violent it had become. This is the story of a moment in which the author became violent and what he learned from that story. So this is what I want you to do, to write a story about you that somehow will show me who you are, and that will show your partners who you are. So in a nutshell, this is what you need to do in the first week. We're using this first week as a model. Then on Saturday, during the video conference, I will be more specific about the different exercises that you have to complete in the second week. So now you have to read the material assigned. You need to go to the library if you didn't buy the book, and paying attention to the key information that I present in the learning object. As usual, I'm encouraging you to get in touch with me in case that you need to clear a doubt. Thank you for watching the video.